we send out some information about what we're going to talk about. Again, I said this isn't the LinkedIn version, the investor deck version. This is the real version. So for all of you, we've worked with many enterprise customers. Croasis is going into a seed round. So we have worked with large logos, and we built our platform based on that. Shinyan has experience working and testing those pilots. And then Chris is focused on the data security and protection. So our goal today is to tell you about what's actually working, what's not, and why. Why are some AI initiatives falling apart after the pilot stage, and what makes some companies very successful at using them? We're going to talk about things like shadow subscriptions, where people are bypassing their enterprise leaders and getting onto a subscription for an AI platform using their credit card or employee card and trying to figure and test things out on their own. And then from the founder perspective, which is kind of my perspective as well, is how do you get enterprise customers on board and get them to adopt innovation around AI? So the first question I'm going to do is ask everyone to talk about their definition of AI and then agentic AI. So I will ask Shinyan to start.
Sure. I think by definition, they differ on the level of autonomy, right? Agentic AI is more autonomous than generic AI. But there's, of course, more than that. And the simplest way I'd use is AI is like you having a very smart assistant sitting next to you. You ask it something, it gives you some output like summary of documents, drafting email, or performing some data analytics. But then you are still driving the whole goal and what tasks are really need to be performed. You're still, human are in the driver's seat. But agentic AI is like hiring someone who is going to, you give them a goal that you define, say this is about, drafting a follow-up email with my clients. And then the agentic AI will first understand the goal and then define the sequence of tasks, and also decompose what needs to be done along the way with many different subtasks, like pulling out data from your CRM system and then summarizing what has been going on with the clients, what are the pain points, drafting email, and then having follow-up meetings. So this is like agentic AI. They define a sequence of subtasks to achieve a goal that you give to the agentic AI, and then they know what are the systems and database they need to work through across multiple different systems, and that's how I think about agentic AI.
Excellent, thank you, Shinyan. Chris, going to give you a chance to answer that question as well.
Sure, thank you. So I think we're all fairly familiar with AI in general and how you use and interact with that, where there's human interaction to, the other day I was building a PowerPoint, and the way I build a PowerPoint this week versus the way I built a PowerPoint 18 months ago or even 12 months ago is vastly different because of AI now. Then you think of AI, agentic AI, and the automation involved in that's a different level. I'm a big fan of Formula One. And so when you look at Formula One and some of the things that are being done there on the cutting edge, you think, okay, well, how does AI play a part here? And it's not allowed in the actual race, the actual cockpit. But think of the pit stops that the Formula One cars do and how you simulate that, and all the data feeds into that, the weather, where the position of the car is going to be on the track when it comes out. And this is where it gets really complicated as well. What's the biometric data of the drivers themselves, and how do you protect that? So having all those factors and then automating that second after second within the race as well to get real-time results. That's agentic AI cutting edge in action. And it's one that's got to be done with the right governance and compliance in place, because if you don't do that, you're going to have all the drivers' personal information across the internet.
And then I'll just give a perspective from some of the large companies that we work with. So they're global consumer brands. And the biggest thing that they wanted to do in the last couple of years was incorporate AI to demonstrate return on investment.